a president broken beyond repair, leading a nation shattered by broken promises and shattered lives.
In a blistering parliamentary showdown on Wednesday, Umkhonto weSizwe Party's Deputy President and a Member of Parliament, Dr. John Hlophe, unleashed a fierce attack on President Cyril Ramaphosa, accusing him of hypocrisy, factionalism, and moral failure over the Phala-Phala scandal and broader issues of governance. Hlophe's sharp rebuke came during the presidency 2025-2026 budget vote debate, where he dismissed Ramaphosa as a president broken beyond repair and lambasted his anti-corruption rhetoric and said you hide dollars like a hustler, stashing stolen goods under a mattress, referring to the 2020 theft of undeclared U.S. currency from a couch at Ramaphosa's Phala-Phala farm, an incident that has since become a political flashpoint. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party flatly rejected the presidency's proposed budget, with Hlophe declaring it an endorsement of lies, hypocrisy, and a failed dream. And so today we stand here not to decorate this chamber with empty words, but to deliver a clear message of defiance and the truth. We reject the vote on the presidency and the National Assembly budget because we refuse to fund moral decay. While President Ramaphosa presented the budget with a focus on inclusive growth, job creation, poverty alleviation, and building an ethical, capable state, Hlophe painted a sticky, different portrait of South Africa, a nation where the price of bread decides whether a child eats or goes to bed hungry, and where hope is more expensive than petrol. Hlophe accused Ramaphosa of leading fortress of a conflicted and compromised presidency, branding him the living, breathing embodiment of corruption. He said the president's morale had been shattered by political survival instincts and factional protection. A point of order was raised by ANC Member of Parliament Gijima Skhosana, who objected to Hlophe's broken beyond repair comment under Rule 84, which governs parliamentary decorum. However, Deputy Speaker Annelie Lotreit ruled the remark fell within the bounds of parliamentary debate. Further objections from ANC benches followed when Hlophe repeated claims that Ramaphosa had hidden stolen foreign currency. Lotreit stood firm, reminding members of parliament of the importance of parliamentary free speech and cautioning against the abuse of procedural rules. Turning to law enforcement, Hlophe referred explosive allegations made by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who recently accused top SAPS officials, including Deputy Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya, of working with criminal syndicates to dismantle the province's political killings task team, and said the SAPS is no longer a shield for the innocent. It has become a rented army, protected drug lords and criminal enterprises. According to Mkhwanazi, Minister of Police Senzo Mchunu, now placed on special leave, colluded with Sibiya and controversial information dealer Bron Mogotsi to shut down the units, which had 121 active dockets tied to political assassinations. Mkhwanazi reportedly presented cell phone records, WhatsApp messages, and internal SAPS documents as evidence. Hlophe condemned Ramaphosa's response to the scandal as inadequate and selective, and said you speak of fighting corruption, yet you place your own minister of police on special leave instead of removing him from cabinet, like you did with the DA's Andrew Whitefield. This inconsistency reeks of selective morality. It shows that protecting your faction is more important than protecting the people. In response to brewing crisis, Ramaphosa established a judicial commission of inquiry to probe the task team's disbandment. He has appointed Mineral Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe as acting Minister of Police, while Wits University professor and legal scholar Feroz Kachela is expected to take over the portfolio in August after his academic retirement. As Parliament braces for more political storms ahead, Wednesday's fiery session laid bare the growing tensions between the Ramaphosa administration and its critics, particularly within the populist Umkhonto weSizwe Party, which continues to use parliament as a platform to challenge the president's legitimacy. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.